Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I am Monique. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day and fantastic week so far. Welcome back to the channel. I am coming back with another prophetic word from the Lord. I was supposed to do this word earlier, and I just did not have the energy to do it. But this is a Kingdom Spouse word. It is another lyrical message. I promise you, this is of the Lord, because this song has been playing in my mind for the last 2 days. And then since I got the revelation, which was earlier today, about two-ish, I haven't heard the song no more. And that's how usually the Lord deals with me. Once I get the revelation of something, he's done with it. Okay, you do what I told you to do because you got the revelation. Anyway, I don't know if he, deals with anybody else that way, but that's the way, he deals with me. So um I was about to lay down because I'm off tonight. And he was like, you forgot I told you to do something? And I'm like, yes, sir. So I got my tush up and I am here to bring this word. Okay. So again, this is a lyrical message. This is Kingdom Spouse Word. I don't know who this word is for. It could be for all of us. It could just be for some of us. It's confirmation for someone. Um, so this the name of the song. This song is from Michael Bolton. How am I supposed to live without you? So this has got to be somebody that's crying out. That's your kingdom spouse think that you've moved on in some type of way, or the enemy is working on their mind. They don't know what to believe. It's been so long. So just bear with me. Hang in there. Okay. So the lyrics start. I can hardly believe it when I heard the news today. I had to come and get it straight from you. They said you were leaving. Someone swept your heart away. From the look upon your face, I see it's true. So tell me all about it. Tell me about the plans you're making. Oh, tell me one thing more before I go. So this is heavy. So somebody's, like I said, either got wrong information or they feel like you've moved on, and maybe you have moved on, and maybe they finally gotten to the point where, they're either going through the refiner's fire, they had an epiphany, something went off in the head. Hey, look, I either made a mistake, I mistreated this person. Now now I'm missing him or her, or whatever the case may be. So just see it in a spiritual sense, not necessarily physical. So they're basically saying, thinking that, you've moved on with somebody else, or, you don't want anything to do with them, or, something of that nature. So then it goes into the chorus part. Tell me, how am I supposed to live without you? Now that I've been loving you so long, how am I supposed to live without you? And how am I supposed to carry on when all that I've been living for is gone? So whoever this is for, somebody is in their feelings. They think that you've moved on. They think that you don't care. The Lord has been working on their heart. So now they probably had a chance to see, how they've hurt you, how you loved them, and how they did you so wrong, and how they took your love for granted. Stepped all over your heart, and you know how the Lord does when He gets ready to show us, and basically basically show you the things that you've done to others, because we've all been there before. Just think about, when you first began your walk with the Lord, and how much regret that you had. And sometimes you do things out of ignorance, you just don't know. you know so anyway, let's go down to the next verse. um I'm too proud for crying. Don't come here, didn't come here to break down. It's just a dream of mine is coming to an end. And how can I blame you? When I build my world around the hope that one day we'd be so much more than friends. I don't want to know the price I'm going to pay for dreaming. Oh, even now it's more than I can take. So whoever this is, they know that you were the one. They know that you were the one from the beginning, but they didn't want to stop their lifestyle or, um, you know, quit the person hopping or from relationship to relationship, or they just didn't. They took your love for granted, or they just did not have the capacity to love you to the way that you needed to be loved. And when somebody can't handle your capacity, it hurts, because you don't want to get taken advantage of. Nobody wants to get taken advantage of or get disregarded for having a certain type of character, for having certain types of standards. You know, that's what makes, women or men great is your character. And if somebody starts to take that for granted, you have to basically move away. But now that they've gone through the refiner's fire, or whatever the counterfeit, your person in the counterfeit had going on, and it is now turned sour, or they're not treating them the way that you treated them. So now they're comparing the two, and your person is realizing that they have made a big mistake. They made a big mistake by not choosing you. They made a big mistake by not loving you when they had the chance. They made a big mistake by not holding on to something good. They saw the God in you. They saw the potential in you. They saw the good heart that you had, but they just weren't ready for it. So now they're sitting in regret. Like, how am I supposed to live without you now? Like, you're the only person that you're the one that I see myself with in the long term. But now they're sitting in regret, thinking that you've moved on. Okay, so anyway, let's move on. We almost finished with this. I don't want to know the price of the paper. Okay, and then it goes back into the chorus again. Tell me, how am I supposed to live without you? Now that I've been loving you for so long, how am I supposed to live without you? And how am I supposed to carry on when when all that I've been loving for is gone? All that I've been living for is gone. I'm sorry, my goodness. Um, so it says, now I don't want to know the price I'm going to pay for dreaming. Oh, now that your dream has come true. So they think that you've moved on for marriage because they see your worth now. They see your worth and they know that, oh man, by the time somebody else sees her worth or his worth, they're going to be gone. So now they're sitting in regret. So, and then it goes back into the same chorus part again. That's the end of it. But whoever this is for, you're going to hear back from this person, and they may be totally different from how you remember them. So, okay, well, this I'm going a little bit too far. Let me go back to okay. So that is the end of that song. How am I supposed to live without you? And that is by Michael Bolton. Like, I'm just like the last couple of days, just sitting there and I'm singing this song, and I'm like, where did this song come from? And then you're just singing the song all casually, and then I'm like, all right, okay, just like he did with the other song the other day. And I was like, okay, well, it's got to be something that he's trying to tell me. So I looked up the lyrics and I was like, well, this is kind of sad. And like, especially the difference from the other song the other day to this one, I'm like, okay, well, I was like, okay, well, maybe it's for me, maybe it's for somebody else. But he kept pressing it on my heart to go ahead and do the video. So I'm doing the video. So he also gave me the number 1107 to go with this message. And 1107 in the Strong's Concordance um, is to make known, to declare, to reveal, to inform. So, and it says to certify, declare, make known, give to understand, do to wit, make known. Okay. All right. So, whoever this word is for, this is just confirmation for you. Your person is going to come back, but they may not be in the same state that you have known them to be in. So they may be asking weirder questions, trying to get the feel of, you know, you got a man, you got a woman now, you moved on, are you engaged, are you getting married? They're gonna move a little different because they probably are not gonna just come out and tell you, hey, I'm so sorry for this and I'm so sorry for that, especially if it's a man. You probably won't even get that right off bat because they have to feel the situation first. They're gonna feel your tone, your responses, your words, how you're gonna respond back to them, you know, because I'm gonna tell you this right now, because this was a while back. Me and my person, we had stopped talking, and then God was working on me, he was working on him, and he kept telling me, these same words coming back and forth, like he's warning me, like he's gonna call, but I need you to respond in love. But guess what? I did not respond in love. I had the most major attitude. And I was at work when I got the call, and I didn't want to really talk while I was at work. So I waited until like the early part of the morning when I'm sitting down doing my paperwork. And then I still just, I'm so ashamed. But God dealt with me after the fact. And I was like, I've just got to call you back. I got to talk to you later because I just felt like all of the unanswered questions, all of the anger, all of the emotions, all of that stuff was just building up and it was coming up fast. That's why if you don't deal with that stuff in private, it will definitely come up when you least expect it. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I did not call him back for not like another couple of days because I had to go back to God. I was like, Lord, I don't know what this is. And he just kept telling me, you respond in love, because I didn't know what God was doing on the other side. And then, once I called him back, yada, 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 still didn't apologize or nothing like that until like a couple of days later. So it was just like weird conversation. It was nothing the same like it was. It was just weird. Talked about the weather and stupid stuff. And I'm like, what? Like, it was just so pointless to me, but I was trying to shut up because I know God kept telling me to respond in love. And I just wasn't in a place where I can respond in love, because you have to have a heart posture of love to be able to respond in it. So after a couple of conversations, and God kept telling me to respond in love, and then he was just telling me, he apologized and yada yada yada, and the pride and all of the extra stuff and whatever. But anyway, so we ended up getting a separation again about a month later, and we're still in that separation, and that's been about 3-4 months now. So with that being said, I'm in the boat with you. So these words that I'm getting, the words that I'm getting from the Lord, I try to apply it to my situation before I bring it to y'all, so that it can be real, you know. And sometimes it applies to my situation, and sometimes it don't. But I still have to bring the word, because the word is for everybody. It's not just for me. And who knows, you might not be in this situation now, but it might be your situation tomorrow. It might be your situation 10 weeks from now, you know. So your person is definitely coming forward with a call, a text, something. Just don't have so much expectation. Don't expect them to be where you think that they should be at. Don't expect them to be um so warm and open armed and ready to just say, marry me, or let me whisk you away in the wind and all of that. It's not gonna come that way. I promise you, it's not going to come that way, because most men don't work that way. They have to feel the situation out first. Now, okay, so peep this. So, what if you have moved on? Just uh, for the sake of the video, what if you have moved on, and now they go to say, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry," da, 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 and they were like, "Well, I don't moved on. I got me a whole nother husband, a whole husband over here." That's going to make them feel so stupid. And if they have gone through the refiner's fire and God has told them otherwise to call you and something like that, how is that going to help his walk with the Lord and help his faith? You understand what I'm saying? Am I making any sense with that? Um, So whatever you do, just try to respond in love, even if you have to say, okay, I'll just have to call you later so that you can get yourself together. So be careful what you say out of your mouth, because God is going to hold you accountable, because you are supposed to be the person with the spiritual gifts. You're supposed to be, yes, the husband is supposed to be the head, and he will eventually be, but that's after the fact that God gets him to the point where God needs him to be. So just like how we had to build, our faith had to be built, because you don't start out day one jumping off cliffs and knowing that God gonna catch you. You know what I'm saying? That's a kind of faith that has to be built. So with that being said, just be patient. Be patient and caring. So respond in love. Just laugh, whatever, even if it's stupid. Just laugh. Something to try to, it is going to be so uncomfortable. Trust me, it is so uncomfortable, especially if you're caught off guard. So if you're caught off guard, then just be like, can I call you back? I'm like in the middle of something right now, but don't be, let me call you right back. Let me, with the attitudeness, just soft voice, let me call you back. I'm just not in a position right now where I can speak to you. And that's it. And then you go right to the Father, like, Lord, give me the words to say. Help my heart, Lord God. Calm me down, yada, yada, yada. And He will. The Holy Spirit will come over you and give you such a calm, give you the perfect time to call back and everything. Because when I finally called back, it was like 2 or 3 days later. Yes, I wanted to call back, but I had to get myself in into the correct heart posture. Because without that right heart posture, it is a wrap. Because you're going to screw up the whole thing. Okay, yes, they hurt you. Yes, they need to apologize. Yes, they know that they hurt you. Every man is not the same. Every man is, or man or woman, I'm sorry. Every man or woman is not on the same level, spiritually, physically, financially, or even mentally. Ooh, excuse me. So, all right, let me wrap this video up. You guys have a great evening. Remember, respond in love. Okay. All right, that's all I got. Y'all have a great night. It is 1:29 a.m. and I wish you guys will have a great night. Okay, goodbye.